Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be using some embossing paste and stamping. So I'm going to start with the Hero Arts Hexagon background stamp set. And I'm going to ink that up with the Simon Says Stamp Fog ink. I really like this ink because it's a really light gray color, which is something that I was looking for a really long time. And I really like this one because it's light. Most of the other ones that I had would turn out way too dark for what I wanted, so this one is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on my white cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5¼ inches. I'm going to place that down and then press down really well on every part of that stamp just to make sure that there's a really good impression. And then I can go ahead and lift up the stamp. Alright, now I'm going to keep working on the same piece of cardstock. So I'm taking the medium dot stencil from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm just going to place that on my nonstick craft sheet. I'll place the cardstock down with a little bit of adhesive and then put the stencil right on top of it and then secure that into place with a couple pieces of washi tape. Now I'm going to use some white embossing paste and I'm going to color this with the Cracked Pistachio Distress ink. So I'll put a little bit of Distress ink on my nonstick craft sheet and then put a little bit of the embossing paste on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix that up really well. So I'll just pick up my embossing paste and then pick up all of the ink that's on my craft sheet and make sure that it is completely mixed through. So you can see how there's some white and some colored parts still. I don't want that. I want it to be one solid color. So I'll just mix that with my palette knife until it is completely mixed together. And then I can go ahead and pick that all up with my craft knife and spread it all over my cardstock. A little of this does go a long way. You just want to make sure that you have enough embossing paste the first time, especially when you're coloring it, just because you might not be able to achieve the exact same color again, and then you'll have two different colored embossing pastes on your card. So I'm just making sure that that covers the stencil completely and then scraping off any excess. And then I can go ahead and lift my stencil up, and then I want to clean everything before I move on just because I don't want that embossing paste drying on there. So now I'm going to take this stamp set from the Alleyway Stamps, and I'm going to use the one that says "For My Crafty Friend." And I'm just going to stamp this on a piece of white cardstock with the Hero Arts Soft Granite ink. And then I went ahead and I'm going to stamp the speech bubble that is solid except it has the heart on it. And I'm going to stamp that twice. And then I went ahead and fussy cut those images out. So next I want to die cut these hearts from Lawn Fawn, and I want it to be this red color. So I'm using the Pale Tomato ink from Hero Arts, and I'm just smushing that all over a piece of white cardstock because I really like this color. It's more of a coral red color. And then I'm going to take the heart dies out of there and just place them on the cardstock. And I'm going to try to cut all of them out. I'm definitely not going to use all of them, but since I'm cutting them out, I just thought that I would cut all of them out at once and then I can use them on a different project. So I'll secure those into place with a little bit of washi tape. And then I'm just going to run them through my Cuttlebug. Alright, so once they get through there, I can go ahead and remove them from the dies. And to get all the little hearts out, I use this paper piercer. This is from Tim Holtz, and it works really well to poke the little holes and then get the small die cut pieces out of the dies. Alright, so my background is completely dry, and I'm just going to arrange all of the items on my card front. I'm just kind of seeing how I want those speech bubbles to go, and then where I'm going to want to place the hearts. So once I decide, I can go ahead and adhere them down with some Tombow Mono Multi Glue. You could also use some 3D foam squares for this, but I didn't use my ATG gun just because the liquid glue sticks a little bit better on top of the embossing paste. So you can see I even overlap the heart on one of the speech bubbles. Alright, so once I get those glued on, I can go ahead and adhere that piece to a white A2 size card base. I just took a regular sheet of cardstock and cut it in half the long way. And then I folded that in the middle. And then the last step, I'm going to add a few sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. I have white sequins, they are 5mm and 6mm. And I'm just kind of randomly scattering those around the speech bubbles and the hearts. So I place down the larger 6mm ones, and then I'll place a few of the smaller 5mm ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere those into place with some Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue. Alright, and then that will be my finished card for today, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already a subscriber, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys back here next time. Bye!